Okay, so you have a Mitsubishi Outlander and you are getting FCM Service Required error. I'll show you what it looks like. Then later on, FCM, that one, FCM Service Required, PHEV Service Required, LDW Service Required. So those are the error that comes up on your Mitsubishi. See, it's either Mitsubishi Outlander, ASX, or any Mitsubishi that has a lane departure or front collision mitigation sensor. So to fix that, it's very easy. First is you have to remove the FCM cover here. So there's a plastic cover that's been installed here. So something like this. Basically it's attached like that. So you have to pull it out. And also there's a cover on the side here. So basically this is quite hard to remove. So all you need to do is just wiggle and wiggle until you push it down. So those are the lock. Okay, so once you remove the cover, just move this side mirror. So this is the FCM module and this is the faulty part. That's the reason why that comes up an error. But first, if you really want to make sure that this is really the issue, basically all you need to do is just unplug this connector, and then there are 4 wires in there. You need to have a multi-tester to check if there is a power on this wire. So basically the red is the, I'll show you closely. So the red something like, but that's the red, that's a positive, and then this gray color wire is the negative, that's the ground. So check with multi-testers, see if there's a 12 volts in there. And then this green and white one are the CAN bus lines. So you can also use to check the voltage of that one. It's either 2.5 or 3 volts, depends. So once you've confirmed that these power lines and signal lines are working, that that clears that this FCM module is the error. Also, if you've noticed, there is a quite sting, like a ting sound, sing like that inside the FCM module. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's a high-pitched sound which is quite annoying. You cannot hear it if you're traveling, but if it's very silent, especially at night, you can hear that there's a very slight hiss sound in the FCM module. So that also indicates that this is the problem. Okay, another way to test if your FCM module is faulty is using this Mute3 tool. So we can do a check all DTC. So let's go here, all DTC, and then read all DTC. Then you can just untick some of the boxes. So basically tick everything except for lean, power gate, and multi around, and then check, start. So basically it will check all the system list, all the ECUs in your car. And now we've seen a U15A5 trouble code on base from the ETAX ECU module. So let's let this finish and then let's take a look on the errors. Okay, and it's also checking the FCM module, which is this one, and it takes time for it to check, and we'll see if it will complain that it cannot connect or there's an error code. Another indication that a module is faulty is it takes time to finish the processing. Okay, so if you can see, it's NC, that means no communication, because if it's good it will show okay. Okay, let's just let this finish and then we'll review the results of our checking the DTC codes. Okay, so all done. Okay, then let's review what are the errors. Okay, so everything is okay except for this ABS, ASC, TS, WSS, TC trouble code. So this refers to this trouble code U15A5 FCM LDW LKAHB can timeout active. Active means there's currently a fault. Okay, so that's one error from the ABS ECU module, and then the next error is on the ETAX ECU module trouble code. So same thing, U15A5 can timeout active. And lastly, if you'll go down here, so this ECU module FCM AHB, it shows their NC no communication. That means the ETAX is not able to communicate to this FCM module, which is this one. So that confirms that we have a problem specific to this FCM module. Okay, so that's how you confirm using the MUTRI if you have an error with this FCM module. Okay, so what you will do if you have this FCM module, so basically all you need to do is buy another FCM module like this. So that one is the faulty one, this one is the good one. You can buy it brand new, which is quite expensive, or you can buy it from any wrecking shops, wrecking companies with similar year model with your car, and buy this module. So once you bought it, it's very easy to install. So basically all you need to do is unplug your faulty FCM module connector, and on the side there's two tabs that you need to push in. You have to push it in, not outside, so you have to push it in and pull down. So push it in and then down. Oh, sorry, quite hard. I'll use the other hand. Okay, so you have to push it in and then pull down. So once it's pulled down, there's a hinge there. Just push it, pull it out. Okay, so that's it. So this is the hinge. So this is the faulty one, and then this is the good one, which is what we bought from a car wrecking shop. So very easy to install, and just slide it into its hinge there, and then push it up. Yep, so that clips, and then make sure that your car is powered off before you plug this in. So put back the cable. So that's it, and then just pray that everything is working. So turn on our car and hoping that there's no more FCM error. Okay, trip 22. Within 10 seconds it should come up if there's an error. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yeah, so that's good. So this FCM module is now perfectly working, and this is the faulty FCM module. We can also confirm with a MUTRI diagnostic tool. Okay, so we have here a MUTRI diagnostic tool. So let's read DTC, and then let's remove some of the main system list here, which is the multi-around. Let's remove that, and power gate and lin. Okay, check DTC. Okay. Okay, so if you can see ABS ECU module, it says there, where is it? Let's take a look. And then the error code is there, and it shows stored. Stored means it's already been resolved, but it's just listed there for history purposes. So yep, I'll review that later. Let's just finish that one. And also, you have noticed that the FCM module a while ago is quite fast when it's trying to checking it. Okay, clock ADC. Okay, so let's go back to ABS ECU module. So trouble code U15A5 FCM, and it's stored. So basically it's finished, it's already resolved. So same thing with ETAX. Trouble code U15A5 stored. So these are the errors from the previous FCM module, from the faulty FCM module that we had a while ago. So stored means it's already resolved, it's already a history. And also, if you've noticed, the FCM module, this one, if you get inside there, it says okay, and then we can get inside, and then we can access the FCM module information. So if you go back here, let's go to FCM module. Oops, go up. That one, FCM LWHB. Double click, and then see, we can now access the FCM module. And then if we go here, special function, we have the ECU informations. It's now showing. And then we can do some test, yeah, so that we can access that. We can also do special function test. Okay, and also actuator test. Let's do actuator test. So LW indicator standby request, currently there's none. Let's execute a test. Execute. And now it's showing that icon there. Right, cool. So everything's working now. So that's a good one. This is the faulty one. So again, if you have an FCM service required error, 99% the problem will be the FCM module. One last thing, for you to know that this FCM module is faulty, after you use it, let's say after 10 minutes of turning on, if you feel this heatsink, it should be a bit warmish. But if your FC module is faulty, even after 15 minutes, 30 minutes of powering it on, this one is quite cold, so it's not warm. So this one is perfectly working, so I can feel the warmness. So that's another technique how to check if your FCM module is faulty or not. So all good. Hope that helps. Cheers.